Welcome to World Knowledge Channel. And a series of billionaires left Norway when property taxes increased, so where do they mainly focus? Norway, a country famous for its high quality of life, good social benefits and majestic natural landscapes, is witnessing a wave of billionaires and millionaires leaving. Rich people, who have contributed significantly to the prosperous economy of this Nordic country, have in turn transferred their assets and lives abroad. What is happening that causes them to make this decision? Are there some underlying factors causing billionaires and millionaires to leave Norway? Let's find out the causes and effects of this phenomenon through the video. As we can see, Kjetil Rocker, Norway's largest taxpayer, was among the 50 billionaires and millionaires who left the country when it raised its wealth tax. I made a difficult choice. I moved from Asker, Norway to Lugano, Switzerland, said Rocker, the largest shareholder of investment company Aker ASA, a shipping and fishing industry tycoon. With assets of more than $1.86 billion United States dollars, wrote in an open letter to the board of directors in September 2022. And Rocker is one of many billionaires and millionaires who went abroad in the past year, having to pay higher taxes on their assets. The number of Norway's wealthiest residents leaving the country has increased to unprecedented levels since the government increased property taxes by 0.1%, causing the country to lose tens of millions of dollars in tax revenue. 50 high-income people leaving Norway for Switzerland in 2022 have a total assets value of more than $3.8 billion United States dollars. Norway is one of the few countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, that still imposes a wealth tax. In 1990, 12 OECD countries, all in Europe, began taxing wealth, but most eliminated it in the 1990s and 2000s out of concern that the rich would take their wealth elsewhere. France was the most recent country to abolish its wealth tax in 2017, after about 60,000 millionaires went abroad between 2000 and 2016. According to research by intelligence analysis firm New World Wealth. Currently, among OECD members in Europe, only Norway, Spain and Switzerland still maintain this tax. In reality, property taxes contribute very little to the country's revenue. Only about 1% of Norway's tax revenue comes from property taxes. Norway is probably the only developed country that collects the most significant wealth tax, but in reality it's still not very much, said Dan Nidal, an expert at the non-profit Tax Policy Association. And according to Norwegian tax policy, individuals with worldwide net assets of $161,800 United States dollars or more will be taxed at 1% on the excess portion, of which 0.3% of tax money is paid back to the state, while 0.7% is given to the local government where that person lives. Those who own assets of more than $1.9 million United States dollars will be subject to a tax rate of 1.1%. In an effort to prevent high taxpayers from leaving the country, Norway said it is considering the possibility of imposing an exit tax on individuals' income as soon as they leave the country. Last November, Norway took an important step to prevent rich people from going abroad by abolishing the 5-year rule. This rule stipulates that wealthy Norwegians can sell their shares tax-free if they have lived abroad for more than 5 years. Let's find out that property taxes increased. 65 rich Norwegians moved to Switzerland to live. Some of Norway's wealthiest people are moving to Switzerland after the Nordic country decided to increase wealth taxes last year. 9/10 of the richest people on the planet are American billionaires. American billionaires dominate the list of the world's richest people. Mr. Gustaf Aspeland. According to Business Insider, the Norwegian government increased property taxes from 0.85% to 1.1% in November 2023, causing at least 65 of the country's richest people to leave within a year, taking with them a total of assets worth $47 billion United States dollars. Data from PwC shows that people with a net worth of $158,000 or couples with a net worth of over $317,000 pay a 1.1% tax. According to Norwegian newspaper Dagens Næringsliv, billionaire Kjetil Rocker, chairman of industrial investment company Aker ASA, told the board of directors in an open letter in September 2022 that he had made a difficult choice. The difficulty is moving from Norway to Switzerland. Mr. Rocker has a net worth estimated by Forbes at $4.9 billion United States dollars, making him the largest taxpayer in Norway. Another case is Gustaf Aspeland, 46 years old, who was given an address in the state of Zug, where property taxes are particularly low. Gustaf Aspeland is the son of Knut Gustaf Aspeland, 74 years old, who with his family owns half of the Aspeland Ram Group and Real Estate Group. The group has had a number of major real estate projects and development projects in Oslo over the decades. Gustaf Aspeland founded the group in 1881 and today it is still owned by his family through the family companies of his cousins Knut Gustaf Aspeland and Jonas Ram. Father Knut Gustaf Aspeland has an estimated net worth of $93 million and pays just over $880,000 in taxes. However, like most real estate investors, the real estate value is much higher. Capital calculates this family's wealth at about $833 million by 2022. In 2021, the son Gustaf Aspeland had an estimated net worth of nearly $103 million and paid taxes of $2.5 million in the same year. Jeanette Nicoline Aspeland and Knut Fredrik Natvig Aspeland have net assets of $32 million and just over $113,000, respectively. There are also other famous Norwegians coming to Switzerland such as wind and battery power founder Tor Ivar Sletterman, June founder Fredrik Hugger and skiing king Bjorn Daly. The people have all settled in Zug. This canton is especially famous for having the lowest tax rate in Switzerland with a property tax rate of 0.27%. The city is located 20 minutes by train from Zurich, on a quiet lakeshore and close to the motorway from Zurich to Lucerne, the Alps and the southern regions of Switzerland. Switzerland has long been seen as an attractive tax haven for wealthy people looking to enjoy lower taxes. According to PwC, property taxes in Switzerland vary by canton. The general net personal wealth tax in Switzerland ranges from 0.02% to 1.03%. According to US News & World Report, Switzerland tops the list of best countries to retire. The ranking is based on a global survey and responses from 6,100 people aged 40 and over on issues such as affordability, taxes and ownership. The departure of many billionaires and millionaires from Norway is not just a simple phenomenon but also a sign of the challenges and dangers that this country is facing. Although there are no exact figures on the scale and specific causes of this migration, it can be seen that changes in tax policy, the business environment and a sense of uncertainty about the future of the economy are not yet available. Norway's economy could be the main factor behind the decisions of wealthy investors. For Norway, continuing to attract and retain the wealthy is a challenge for the government and a valuable lesson in maintaining an attractive and sustainable business and social life environment. Solid. If you find the video useful, please share it with more people and subscribe to the channel. Like and have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for your interest in following. Hello and see you in the next video.